What's up, everybody? It's your boy AB from AB_XY. Welcome to the channel and welcome to another Combat Master video. Combat Master has an extensive list of weapons, and today we're going to be checking out the top 20 best melee weapons in the game. Starting off the list at number 20, we have the Silver Butterfly Knife. This thing is an absolute thing of beauty. It is all silver from the handle to the blade. Everything about it is monochrome. It is all one solid color. It is absolutely stunning, and there is even a small detail right at the beginning of the blade right there. There is an embossed butterfly, and I would consider this a really good starting point for our top 20. Every melee weapon has two special inspect animations. Let's check out the first one. Really nice. I love it. I dig it. Flawless animation. The hand manipulates the blade perfectly. Let's check out the second animation. The butterfly knife is a classic weapon, an oldie but goodie. You can't go wrong with something like this, and the animations for it are absolutely amazing. At number 19, we have the first Karambit on our list. This is the Surprise Karambit. The knife handle has this carbon fiber looking material for the handle. There are like some gold accents across the blade, but most unique of all is this black and white comic book art style that is printed all over it. And I am not exactly sure what that is on the end of the handle. It kind of looks like a smiling cucumber. And the shark, it just gives you this little grin right where the blade starts. It was perfectly placed so you can see the shark face, you can see the smile. Here are the inspects for the Surprise Karambit. I like it. I like it. Let's move the lighting a little bit. You can always move as you're doing an inspect, which is really cool. That sound effect, that little last swing, super cool. And then that little idling animation right there with the little flick. He has his finger through the loop and he actually spins it when you're idling. Really nice touch, and I love that about this Karambit. Let's check out the other animation for it. Again, utilizing that finger loop, spinning it around. Really nice. A little razzle dazzle, never hurt anybody. Coming in at number 18, we have the Airborne Karambit. We're following up the Surprise Karambit with this Karambit, and they are both totally different from one another. Very unique design for the Airborne. As you can tell, the other one was a lot longer and multiple pieces. This looks like it has been fashioned out of one single piece of metal. It has this black paracord as some kind of grip and a nice attention to detail. The metal, the blade itself, it has this really nice Damascus looking type of steel. Alrighty, so we got the Airborne Karambit equipped, and as you can see, there are some idling animations. When you stand still long enough, the operator spins it around, gives it a quick little look, and yeah, it's a nice touch, nice attention to detail. Here is the sprinting animation. He turns the blade upright, ready for action, and just like the other Karambit, when you're done sprinting, it does a little flick of the wrist. So you'll sprint, stop sprinting, and a flick. It kind of always flicks it back and does that really cool animation. Let's throw a dagger at the wall and watch how the operator re-equips the Karambit. Nice. And there you have it, guys. At number 18, the Airborne Karambit. Really nice weapon. At number 17, we have the Jagged Commando Knife. This thing is absolutely gnarly looking. This is one of the craziest looking melees I have ever seen in any first-person shooter. I don't think Call of Duty has ever used a knife like this. Maybe Battlefield, but yeah, this is a really weird and strange, but also intimidating looking blade. I really want to see this thing in action. I'm at a loss for words for this thing. Let's check out the inspect animations for the Jagged Commando. Flips it underneath the hand, catches it in the right, runs the thumb around the blade. I don't know why you would do that with this knife. Here's the second animation where he spins it like a Harlem Globetrotter. Imagine someone running at you full speed with this thing. You better get out the way. That is the Jagged Commando, and we have it at number 17. At number 16, we have the Polaris K-Tech knife. This knife is beautifully done. I love the white and blue handle, and I especially like the blade. The blade has these silver stars like embossed into it, and it just looks really, really cool. I originally thought this was a fold-out knife, but it is in fact a fixed blade. It looks like it's been worn. It's got a nice little thumb groove right there, so you can sit your hand on it for better grip. And the blade itself has a lot of little details on it. There is a little wear and tear on there. It's got some serrations on the bottom and some small serrations at the top, but those little stars give it a nice pop. Okay, so I went ahead and swapped to the Polar Star Operator. This operator has matching gloves, matching shirt. As you can tell, the grays, the blacks, the white, and that pop of blue look really nice together. The animations are standard for most of the knives. It does the Globe Trotter finger spin, along with the underhand toss and catch in the right. Inspect the blade with the left thumb. This is the running animation with the knife, and the full sprint where he turns the blade forwards. Yeah! At number 15, we have the Ice Axe. This was also part of the Polar Star bundle. As you can tell, it does have similar colors along with the star print along the handle. And what makes this Ice Axe really cool and really unique, besides the awesome blue blade, is that this is technically the only Ice Axe in the game. There are other axes, but none of them look like this. Alrighty, here we go. We have the Ice Axe in hand with the matching Polar Star Operator. Really nice. Kind of flips it around a couple times before he catches it. Here's the second and my personal favorite inspect. Love it. It is just done so well, animated so beautifully, sits in the hand just right. And then the full-on sprint is one of my favorite animations. It is just constantly flipping and spinning the blade. That is the Ice Axe from the Polar Star bundle. At number 14, we have the GG Centurion dual blades. These are absolutely crazy, but also so beautifully done. Black and gold print all over. The blades are just so cool, so unique, so sturdy looking, and very, very intimidating. These two blades have like a black finish, some nice sharp edges, and then this gold barbed wire print that goes all over from end to end is just so cool. It's so unique. It just stands out. Really, really nice. And then a nice touch there with the skulls and the barbed wire. Straight up, some badass looking blades. So let's check out the inspects for the GG Centurion dual swords. This first inspect here is really cool and reminiscent of something like Conan the Barbarian. Just kind of brings the blade to the front, then turns it. I love the sound effect for it. Here is the second inspect. This one is a little bit cooler, but unfortunately it fails right there. The blades kind of do clip through each other, and it kind of kills the awesomeness of the blades. At number 13, we have the Azovostal blade. Now, this is the only bayonet style of knife in the game, and it is a really nicely done knife. Again, the only bayonet, but the design of it, the color choice, and the meaning behind the blade is really, really cool. Really, really nice touches. It has a digital camo for the handle with a nice blue and yellow stripe in honor of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. And it also has the emblem of the Ukrainian army printed on the blade itself. The blade, it looks really nice. There is some worn scratch marks on the blade. It looks like it has been maybe to war. I don't know. It's been used. It's seen some heavy use. And there are some serrations at the top there. And again, it looks like it has all the fixings to attach to some kind of like assault rifle or to your weapon. Here we have the Azovostal blade in game. Here are the inspect animations. Pretty standard for the knives. Runs the thumb along the blade there. You can see that the blade has like a dark tint. It almost looks black. The spin on the finger never gets old. Little Harlem Globetrotter trick. And just a really cool knife. It looks super heavy duty. The blade is super like just sturdy looking. This looks like something that you would want to take into battle. And there it is at number 13, the Azovostal knife. At number 12, we have the K-Tech Stunt Driver. What makes this knife really cool in particular is the unique shade of green. It's got this lime neon green color that you don't see on any of the other knives in the game. And there's also just this insane amount of like detail, these lines, these different shades of grays, these blacks. There's just so much going on with this knife, but everything pops because of that green. And for starters, I mean, look, just as he's holding it right there, those 4 serrations in the blade, they almost look like they're glowing. That green is just such a nice pop of color. And regardless of whatever you have equipped, that knife will always stand out. It is simply beautiful, that shade of green, that metallic shine. It is just really, really nice. It is a standard knife, so the inspect animations won't be too special, but they do look really nice with this blade. Spins it underhand, catches it in the right, runs the thumb down the left there. And the second animation, again, does the Harlem Globetrotter spin. And though it may be a standard knife, that shade of green is just absolutely stunning. You can see this thing from a mile away, and it is undeniable when you see it. That is the K-Tech Stunt Driver. At number 11, we have the Grin K-Tech knife. As you can tell by the design, this is the first knife on this list that has this dual-sided blade. This is the Grin K-Tech knife, and as you can tell by the unique paint on it, it's in the shape and design of a smile, like a little Cheshire cat smile. This might be my most controversial pick, but to me, this one really stands out. The colors, the purple, the green, the neon. You can see the strokes from the brush. Really cool, really unique, and even the description to the knife says, "Let's put a smile on that face. Why so serious?" So purple and green, definitely a Joker reference. So here we have the Grin K-Tech knife in hand. And what's also really cool when you have it equipped, in the top right hand section of the HUD there, you do see the blueprint of the knife. And it's also right side up so that it looks like a little smile, a little grin. That's a nice touch there. They're using the default knife animations for this double-sided knife, and they don't make sense. He's touching nothing. And when you do the other one, that one makes no sense either. It looks super goofy, super off, but the knife itself is already weird and goofy, and you know what I mean? It's just so different from everything else that when you do the animations and they don't make sense, you kind of got to give it a little bit of leeway, because you're like, you know what? I'm holding a double-sided knife that has a smile painted on it. Coming in at number 10, we have the K92 Venom knife. This knife is starting the standard for the top 10 list. It is an absolutely beautifully designed knife. There is just so much attention to detail with this design. The different shades of tan and that snake, that cobra print from the handle all the way up to the blade. It is just so cool, super unique. The Alpha Bravo Inc. logo, some print. You can even see a little desert cobra text there. On the handle, we have the skull, and near the bottom of the handle, another skull there. The blade, that cobra, just really, really nice. So I chose a soldier with tan and black gloves, especially for this knife. The design is perfect. The gloves and knife combo are perfect. Just everything about this it's flawless. It's a flawless knife design, and that is why this knife is at number 10. At number 9, we have the Hogue axe. This is a beautifully designed axe. It looks super hefty, super sturdy. The handle looks like it has some nice weight to it, and the blade itself looks like it could cause a lot of damage. The green that they chose for this axe is absolutely beautiful. This dark hunter green. The handle has this nice cross-hatching pattern to it. It looks like there might even be some kind of cloth or tape. It is a well-designed axe. And again, that blade, that metallic, that sheen to it, that shine. And besides the overall design of the knife, one of the reasons why this is placed so high up on the list is because of its semi-rarity. The only way to attain this axe was to complete the 30-day login challenge, and you had to be consistent and persistent to complete all of the daily challenges in order to unlock it. This one is my favorite animation. Kind of spins it around the wrist, inspects it, shows it to the camera, lets everybody see the awesomeness of the axe. Let's check out the attack animations. Pretty simple, does some diagonal strikes. There is a strong attack where he does an overhand strike. Here is the running animation, kind of tilted at an angle. Then the full sprint animation is one of the coolest in the game because he just continuously spins it. You can sprint like this for an hour and he will spin that axe for an hour. Really well designed, really cool animations, and that is why the Hogue axe is at number 9. Love this thing. At number 8, we have the first katanas on the list, the Dual Katana Gold. These are absolutely stunning. These are just like, wow, like there is just so much detail here. The blades themselves have this intricate, like cloud-like design on them. The hilt of the swords have this nice gold metal on them. And there is even more intricate embossed textures on the hilt there. It almost looks like clouds and like ocean waves. I can't make out the gold design on the handles there quite well. It almost looks like a dragon or something. Okay, so we have the dual katanas equipped, very similar to the GG Centurion dual swords. We'll check out the animations for them. Swipe with the left, inspect with the right, turns the handle, looks nice and sharp and deadly. Here's the second animation, checks out the handles a bit, they look like they're there. Rubs the blades together, and the clipping is minimal with the dual katanas, not as bad as they were with the GG Centurion dual swords. Here is the running animation. And then the sprint animation. You don't want a tactical samurai running at you with dual katanas. At number 7, we have another pair of katanas. These are the dual slayers. We just looked at the gold katanas, but these dual slayers are just a little bit better. The dual slayers may not have as much intricate design or detail as the previous swords. That gold lightning going from the bottom to the top of the blade looks really, really nice. There is a special message here on the blade that I can't decipher. I don't know what they say exactly. I just gotta say that in hand, these look better than the gold katanas. I don't know if it's just because there's more pop of color because of the white handles or what it is exactly, but they just stand out to me a little bit more. Let's check out the animations. They're gonna literally be the same as the gold katanas, but the inspect, I mean, it just looks so clean. When you see the lightning bolt on the swords, it just looks so clean. And then the handles, that white, the gold, the triangles, it just looks, in my opinion, so much cleaner, so much better. Similar to the GG Centurions, they both swing in the same direction. And then a strong attack, overhand strike. Let's throw a dagger at the board and see how he re-equips the swords. Kind of spins them up from the bottom. And there you have it. At number 7, the dual slayers. At number 6, we have the dual Olympus blades. These are just wow. Absolutely stunning. These go crazy. The Olympus blades are absolutely electrifying, pun intended. They have this lightning bolt flowing throughout the handle, through the blade. And that pop of color, that blue, that purple, it looks like you're staring up at a night sky and there is a lightning storm going on. Here are the Olympus blades in hand. You can see the animation flows through it non-stop. The blades are beautiful. That shade of blue and purple just looks really, really nice. Again, the animation for the inspect isn't perfect. They do kind of clip through each other. But nonetheless, if you have any dual swords, these are the ones to equip. The Olympus blades are truly a sight to behold, and that is why we have them at number 6. But wait, there is more. Before we continue to the top 5 knives in Combat Master, let's check out the top 5 throwing knives in the game. Coming in at number 5, we have the Flaming Throwing Knife. This thing is starting off our list for good reason. As you can tell by the design of this knife, it is nothing like you have seen before. There is just a bunch of detail here in this knife, and the flame effect is purely awesome. One of the coolest throwing knives in the game, and when you throw it, you will actually see a really cool flame effect. Really, really nice. Coming in at number 4, we have the Se Paliancia throwing knife. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Just the definition of cool. Kind of has a bayonet style about it. The paracord colors, the flame colors. Yeah, this is just pure cool. Really nice. Here is the throwing knife in hand. As you can tell, the soldier holds it by the blade. The flame is coming off of the handle. And as you move around, you see that blue and yellow color. It's just super cool. It stands out. We'll throw it at this wall and you can see the flame coming out the back of it. Really nice. Yeah, you can just kind of track it across the ground. Really, really nice throwing knife. And the colors just really stand out, making this knife our number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have the Ara Ara Shuriken. This thing is not exactly a knife, but it is beautiful. It is a lethal weapon. Here is the Ara Ara Shuriken in hand. This is probably one of the biggest shurikens you will ever see. I don't think a ninja could conceal this under their ninja suit, but nevertheless, it is super cool and super deadly and 100% accurate. Coming in at number 2, we have the Lightning Bolt Kunai. And need I say anything about what makes this kunai special? Electrifying. It has the season 1 lightning bolt flowing through it from end to end. It just looks really cool. And then that color, that blue, that purple hue, the sharp blade. Here is the lightning bolt kunai in hand. You can see the lightning bolt flowing from the top of the handle all the way throughout the blade. This knife is not animated when you throw it, but nevertheless, when you have it in hand, you just feel like an absolute badass. You can almost feel like Thor. And taking the top spot for best throwing knife, we have the Kunai Kite Kunai. This thing is black and red, and the flame is bright red. And this thing is just so badass. There is a lot of little details in the blade. You can see a little text there. You can see the red paint going over the blade, matching the red paracord that is wrapped around the handle. And that flame, everything is just red, black and red, black and red. You cannot go wrong with this color combination. And when you throw it, you will see a tracer from the flame. You can see it hits there and then bounces off somewhere over there. Let's see if we can replicate that again. Yeah, oh, I made it into the showers. And there you have it, guys. Those are the top 5 throwing knife skins in Combat Master. Let's go back to the main video and finish off our top 5 of best knives in Combat Master. Coming in at number 5, we have the Pandora Ultraviolet Butterfly Knife. This thing right here is absolutely beautiful. The color really makes this butterfly knife stand out. Whereas number 20 was just a plain silver butterfly knife, this one has the most stunning color to it. It really pops out. It stands out in hand, and it's just really, really nice. It's detailed. The knife itself, the blade, is nice and sharp and pointy. A little razzle dazzle. And then this thing right here. This animation is my favorite. I love it. I love it. It's just so accurate. And there it is at number 5, the Pandora Ultraviolet Butterfly Knife. Coming in at number 4, we have the Cyclone K-Tech Knife. Again, this design right here is just crazy, but it is done so beautifully with this blueprint. The Cyclone just has this insane amount of detail. And I am not quite sure what it is about that red color, but that red just stands out so much. You can see the season 1 logo in the handle, the different textures in the grip. The hilt has a different kind of texture to it. And then right there on that part of the handle, that hilt right there, there's like these angled lines. And then the blade itself, that corkscrew design just looks super deadly, super intimidating. The red is at the base of the handle, at the tip of the hilt, and then the way it corkscrews through the knife itself. With different lighting, it almost reveals different shades of red. The way they designed the pattern of that red was so smart. Depending on the light, you see it like it's flowing through the knife, almost like it's animated, but it isn't. And not only is the knife designed beautifully, but the animations for it are perfect. It is a base knife, so all of the animations for it work. On some of the knives that we checked out earlier, the animations don't work quite well, but with this knife, they work perfectly. Even that little Harlem Globetrotter spin, it works for that knife. The combination of the corkscrew design, all the little details, but especially that red, that neon fluorescent red just stands out so well. It looks so good in hand, and for that reason, I have the Cyclone at number 4. At number 3, I kind of cheated a little bit because these are not officially out, but these are the upcoming Shredder Claws. I got a special first-hand look at the Shredder Claws, and I got to add these to number 3 because 1, they are crazy looking. 2, they make you feel like Wolverine. But 3, they're beautiful. These are so cool, so unique, first of their kind. These are the default Shredder Claws. These haven't released in game yet, but they will be coming soon. I really wanted to include these because I wanted to give everybody a new perspective on these blades. These Shredder blades will be releasing in the next update, and I gotta say, they look crazy. First of their kind, the Shredder blades at number 3. And our runner-up for the top spot, coming in at number 2, is the Shadow Reaper axe. It's called an axe, but this looks like Death's scythe. It is all black. The blade is dark and sharp, and that black smoke is what sells it for me. That black smoke, that animated smoke, is persistent. You always see it, and this thing is just so cool. You're gonna go ahead and collect some souls with this thing.
See you on the other side.
Yeah, I'll see you on the other side after I send you to hell. Here is the Shadow Reaper in hand. Look at that black smoke. It looks so cool. No matter which way you turn, it follows. These are the animations for it. Imagine Death himself does that little spin before he claims your soul. Here is the second animation for it. My favorite animation. I love it. Some diagonal strikes. And then the strong attack is an overhand strike. Really cool melee weapon, so unique. I would have had this at number 1, but number 1 is even more special. I just absolutely love this little thing. So cool, so badass. And claiming the top number 1 spot is the Balisong Phoenix Flame Butterfly Knife. This is undoubtedly the coolest looking melee weapon in the game. The handle is fully animated and has these flame and embers flowing through it, just like a phoenix would. And then printed on the blade itself is the symbol of a phoenix. And then the blade has this wavy pattern that almost looks like smoke or like a flame itself. The whole phoenix rising theme flows throughout the entire design of this butterfly knife. Not only is this butterfly knife beautiful, but it also has some significant sentimental value. This butterfly knife was released upon the second release of Combat Master, the current version of Combat Master, and upon release, they released this bundle here, this Phoenix Flame bundle, and this butterfly knife was a part of that bundle. And for me, this knife has not only the coolest design, but also the most sentimental value, and for that reason, it is number 1. That handle literally looks like there is flames burning inside of it. The Phoenix Flame Butterfly Knife does have the basic default animations, but nevertheless, it does look perfect. Here is the Phoenix Flame Butterfly Knife in hand. This is what it looks like when you're walking, when you're running, when you're sprinting. This butterfly knife is truly special, and it means so much to the Combat Master community. We're all so happy that Combat Master was able to get a second life, and it rose to the top just like a phoenix, just like this knife. And there you have it, boys. That is the top 20 melee weapons in Combat Master. Let me know what you thought of my list. Did you agree? Did you disagree? Would you move some things around, or did I happen to miss anything? If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the like button, and if you would like to see more, then make sure to subscribe. Huge shout out to the Alpha Bravo team for allowing me to make this video, and also a major, enormous, ginormous shout out to the channel members. We are around 80 members strong, and I feel truly blessed to have your guys' support. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay healthy. Peace.